Hey there guys! So today I am back to talk about the second dosha, the Pitta Dosha, how to balance that Ayurvedic body type. So we've already spoken about the Vata dosha, and so talked about in the last video, and I'll put a link below if you haven't seen that, how to keep it in balance, what happens if it gets out of balance, and how to get it back into balance, right? And so we're going to do the same thing today for Pitta. Now, the Pitta body type is um, fast, uh, warm or hot even, very directional, pointed. So the personality type may be very direct and to the point, very focused on goal completion, very focused on just the facts, ma'am, sort of an attitude. Um, can be short-tempered and hot in that way. Of the five elements, the two that are represented by the Pitta body type are mostly fire and a little bit of water, think in terms of steam. So Pitta and fire are often thought to be kind of unpredictable. We think of fire as unpredictable, but truly the point of the fire that is unpredictable is actually the wind. As the wind comes in and moves the fire about, but the fire itself is fairly predictable, right? So when you're dealing with a Pitta body type, it's going to have a predictable reaction. If you do something to anger it, it will respond with temper. And so that's kind of a good thing to know. Also very athletic, moving forward, but well built. Also involves greasiness or oiliness, so fairly greasy skin, very highly intelligent, very logical, very direct, again, as we mentioned. And again, with the physical elements, having really well working digestion, ability to digest a lot of food, that heat of the stomach area, allowing you to eat a lot of food and turn it into muscle, basically, as the Pitta body type. And so what does a Pitta look like when it is in balance? Well, it looks very determined, high standards, hardworking, effective, efficient, very enterprising, a really good leader, kind of gets the troops together, kind of a soldier-like quality, always moving ahead, very intelligent, very very capable, friendly, very joyful, really attracts a lot of people to it. So a lot of that that bright kind of burning fire in terms of energy and in terms of light and drawing people in. But what is the Pitta body type like if it's out of balance? So if a Pitta body type is out of balance, then it can be overly excitable, easily angered, almost doing too many things. So trying to cram too much into a short space of time and then getting frustrated when it's not accomplished, getting frustrated easily with other people because they don't meet their standard, their high standards that they have set for themselves and others. Very kind of overbearing as a leader. That fire in the stomach can turn into also a sourness, so like ulcers, irritable digestion, also losing hair, aging more quickly, blemishes and acne from that oily skin. So a lot of kind of red, sour, fiery outbreaks within the body, right? And so how does that happen? How does a Pitta get out of balance? What are the things that will unbalance it the most and the most quickly? Because remember, what we're talking about here is that your body type, your Ayurvedic body type, is based on what is most likely to become unbalanced. We all have some of all of them, but your predominant one or two are going to be the ones where you most frequently become unbalanced. So we want to know, what are those triggers? So the Pitta body type doesn't do well in hot environments, in sweaty environments, because it already has that heat within itself. So exercising in the middle of the day, doing a lot of outdoor hard labor, does not go well with the Pitta body type. Also eating a lot of spicy food, so eating a ton of peppers, it's going to just overheat and it's going to mess up the digestion because there's already enough fire in there. Digestionally, because liver is an issue with Pitta, so alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, any of those kind of toxins that you would put into the body that are going to overload the liver, then that is going to be especially not good for the Pitta body type. Really salty food, really greasy food as well. Again, a lot of things that the liver and the kidneys are going to have to deal with. It's just not good for the Pitta body type. So another thing would be avoiding detox or avoiding fasting. So taking, doing the 21-day detox that I talk a lot about, or even just taking a day or 2 meals of a day where you just don't eat and you give your body a chance to detox and to catch up, that will be incredibly helpful to the Pitta body type. So also just being constantly on the go, constantly efforting, constantly trying to reach goals, and not taking moments for rest and not taking moments for not worrying about the results, that can be aggravating to the Pitta body type as well. So if any of those things apply to you, if you sense that you're Pitta and that you are out of balance, what are the things that can get you back in line? Well, the first thing would be to stop drinking alcohol, smoking, doing drugs, anything adding toxins to your body, junk food, greasy food, things that are just hard on the detoxifying process within the body. So that would be the first thing. The second thing would be to take some time, relax, cool down, be it in a cooler climate, be it like swimming in a swimming pool, be it, air conditioning, getting back into the air conditioning in the summer months, but also really mentally cooling down, taking some space to just relax and not be constantly driven towards those goals. So drinking cool drinks, and not cold drinks. You don't want to go from extremely hot to extremely cold, but a cool drink of water, a cool drink of juice, something like that, a cool drink of tea would be great for the Pitta body type. And also eating raw foods, eating cooler foods, not foods that are incredibly hot in temperature or hot in terms of spiciness. Grass-fed butter and coconut oil are also good fats to be using, as opposed to those vegetable oils, which are really bad for you, right? So things that are easier on the liver, coconut oil especially, are going to be the fats to use with this body type. And lastly, just spending time in a visually calming environment. So cool colors around you, not too much things lying about, not too many things to do, will allow the Pitta overworked brain to kind of relax and take a moment, right? Maybe it's laying down in a hammock and just enclosing yourself in that space, and allowing yourself time to not be visually stimulated and not feel like you need to go get something done. So that is in general an understanding of what's the Pitta body type. In a very, very nutshell, you can check out the blog to learn a bit more about it, and I'll link that below. But then what does it look like in balance? What does it look like out of balance? How does it get out of balance? How does it get back in balance? So that should be a very simple way for you to take a look at if you have the Pitta body type. What are some clues that you may be out of balance, and what are some very, very simple tools to get back in? So if you have any questions about that, put them below in the comments, and I will be back very soon with our third and final video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell so that you can know when I'm posting my next video, and as always, share it with a friend. If you have a friend that you think this would really help, go ahead and share that out so that they can get this knowledge too. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.